Kal Halayim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders. Peace, blessing, mercy, and salutation to all the brotherhood out there teaching the truth and sincerity. In the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Slaki. Let me turn on the AC. So this is Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. So let's look at those words. Languish. And we did this at camp. So to be weak, to droop, to languish, to be exhausted. Okay. Now let's look at haughty. You know, high elevation, a high place. Proud. So these proud people will fade away. Now let's get 24:5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, and they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. So these people out here being wicked in a wicked society run by wicked people. Oh shoot. Put my glasses on in there, huh? Okay, so a lot of the times these people, they're haughty in their language, they droop. You know what happens when they droop? Oh shit. So lucky. When they droop, when people droop, it's not a good thing, right? Let me put some focus on it. Okay, I raise chickens, man. The game fowl, the fighting chickens, all right? Stop pussyfooting, all right? These birds are fucking warriors. They're warriors. They can go days without eating. Maybe even, I haven't gone, I haven't tested the 3-day limit of water because I feed them every now and then. But, they can go without water and food for a long time. And then still step up to the plate and fight for their life. That's game. That's being game right there. However, there is a illness sometimes that plagues them. These warriors, these feathered warriors that are raised. Sometimes this illness plagues them, and it causes them to droop. Their necks all hanging and shit. They look all weak sauce. Looking all fucked up. But then you have some people that say that is the droop is contagious. It is contagious. It's contagious in animals, it's contagious in people. So when people start to droop, it even happens when people are getting drunk, right? Let's say they're drinking, and then they start to droop, and then that's when they're gonna pass out. Well, right before the chicken droops or begins to show the symptoms of drooping, we don't know. We don't know right before. Right before the chicken's doing fine. Right before the destruction, everything seems fine, right? Right before your daddy whoops your ass, everything's fine. Forgot to take out the trash and do the dishes. Now you're getting to 5th degree and you're gonna feel droopy. gonna bring you down. So the people that the 2/3 and the wicked, they're the infected ones. They're the infected ones. That's why we have to stay away from these 2/3. We have to stay away from them. They got diseases that we don't want. Holy smoke! You know what I just thought of? Fear is a disease. You know, Apostle Hardin said it when we used to go to war. Our people, you know, would pick up the arms and then they would leave their jobs and they would go fight the war that had to be fought. But if there was, you know, some of our people that didn't want to fight, it was no big deal. They'd be like, yo, you know what, you go ahead and stay. Nobody forced them. Nobody forced them to go be warriors because that shit is contagious. Fear is contagious. You don't want that sickness. And it doesn't matter how big or how strong or developed that bird is. Like the old men say, all it takes is one kick. One kick, blah! Dome shot. Your bird's fucking dead. Now you're talking shit. I shouldn't have fucking done that. It's because your bird was drooping, man. Your bird droops. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. So you don't want your bird to droop. You don't want to droop. You're hanging out with your homeboys and your homegirls. Oh shit, you don't want a girl that droops. You don't want a girl that droops. Fear is droop. You know? Is illness is droop. That's all bad stuff, man. So excuse me for a little bit. Gotta get this transaction done. But yeah, you don't want any droopy. Like for example, you know, Captain Tazariak and ISUPK, they drooped. They drooped, man. That's for real. They drooped. They don't have a good like us. We got the apostles, right? That's a hell of a foundation to have. Damn, man, we're so lucky. We're so lucky that we have the apostles as a foundation, as our fathers. You know, because my daddy didn't teach me the truth. Shit, my daddy taught me how to be a nigga. That's for reals. You know, but I love him. He's my dad. You know, 3 years old, took me to a fucking bar, and he would do this all the time. Because we would hang out, right? He you know, whatever he thought I'm gonna make this young boy into a man. So we would walk into a bar, a local establishment, get what we get. Well, he would get a beer and I would get a soda. And first thing when you walk into the bar, there's always a woman in there, and the woman always had big racks, big breasts, and a curvaceous booty. So as a little boy, I don't see nothing. But then my dad was like, "Okay, you do what I do." So I walk in. He walks in. I walk in the same way. He says, "Tell him that way is like, what's up, motherfuckers?" And I say it. He smacks a lady in the ass, gives her a kiss. I smack the lady in the ass, give her a kiss. I mean, man. How can I explain this to you fellas, man? That's just my dad, right? Apostle the Heart would never take me to a goddamn bar. You know? Just imagine that. Yeah, oh, yeah, you can see that. Look at these niggas over here, the fuck's it called? Sicarios. Los sicarios. Sickos. And man, may the Lord forgive you for that shit. Cause goddamn, man. Just imagine, oh shit. Just imagine Apostle Sahar would be like, oh, today's a Passover. Let's go to a titty bar. That wouldn't be so cool, right? Because here I am learning how to be a man in the truth. By a man who's in the truth. So that's how you learn. And the Apostle Sahar don't droop. The apostles don't droop. They don't droop. And you want to be like your role model, right? We don't choose our role models when we're born. Yahushua is blessing us with protection. But sometimes those daddies we get, they're just there to protect us or to play their role. But there was a point in time where I was drooping, I was getting lazy, getting real low level. Because that's what a droop is a low level activity in your head. Low level thoughts, low level accomplishments. Let's say you're macking to this lady. She's fine and everything, but, you're not picking up the signals. You get discouraged. And then you start talking to the easy girl, who on the flip side is throwing you all kinds of signs. And you want it because it's easy access. It's only because she is easily accessible. Man, that's the thing. The wickedness and the haughtiness and the droop, they're all easy to, get. They're easy to get. You can go down to any fucking park in any city, any town, and learn how to be a fucking nigger from these niggas. But, the sad part is on the opposite side. So we're out there teaching and prophesying the downfall of America, which is Babylon the Great. And we're telling you that homosexuality is wrong. Letting women tell you what to do is wrong. All these things are wrong. But nobody wants to get with it. Nobody wants to struggle through it. That's like you not wanting to get saved, man. That's exactly what it is. You don't want to get saved because you go to a Christian church and they tell you all you gotta do is believe. And I've been there in that situation. They'll tell you no matter what you've done in your life or what you do, you are saved. Bullshit. Straight up bullshit. Bull dookie. Straight up turds, man. Cow shit. The only value that has is to, fertilize. But here you are walking by, driving by, skipping by the YouTube pages, doing everything you can to get away from the truth. The truth is awesome. The truth is awesome. Because you can get what you always wanted from the truth. If you want to get it. Knowledge, wisdom, and stability. That's a big commodity. That's a huge commodity. Because you have no worries during a stressful time where time stresses you out. Now check that out. You're having a stressful time because the time you're in stresses you out. And it's not like you can remove the time. Because you don't know how. That's what's devastating about the situation we're in. So, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants. And then we go up, the inhabitants, or in the earth mourn it because of the inhabitants. Isaiah 24:6 says, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Whoa, few men left. It's getting good. Now let's go back to time. There is such a thing as Native American time. Mexican time. When you have a family of your own, that's your own time. When you have responsibilities, such as going to camp, that's his time. His time is all the time. Our time is some of the time. Because his thoughts are not our thoughts, and our thoughts are not his, and our ways are less than his. How can we even compare it? So, let's go back to time. It basically has to do with your attitude on it. Are you going to let time ride you, or are you going to ride the time? I'm like, at work, I'm like, fuck, I need time. But then I go home, start working out, and then that's my time. So with that, I'm going to say shalom to the next one. We're still catching hell.